You're right, lads. So today I've got another video and we'll be sorting out my exhaust. So basically, when I go over speed bumps a little faster, the exhaust clinks off the bottom, well, the back rear axle, and yeah, it's not the best thing what should happen really. So I'm gonna cut the exhaust hanger off and adjust it, and re-weld it back on. And that brings me to the point of I have a few little goodies to show you what I've got over the past few months. Number one being my DeWalt DCD 785 with a 4 amp-hour battery. And a good friend of mine has gifted me a cordless Dremel. I'm really grateful for it, and when I get to use it, oh, I'll be so happy because it'll make cutting things so much easier. Especially with this welding malarkey, flipping, filing everything down takes ages. As you can see from the exhaust hanger there, it actually clinks off the rear axle, and here's the mark where it actually hits. So I was thinking of cutting it off there and moving the hanger and probably welding it on this side so it's nowhere near the axle, because we have a good, well, maybe 15cm gap between the back box and the actual axle, so we could cut it off and weld it over into a position over here somewhere, because as you can see it moves across, and we could push it quite far down the exhaust rubber. So yeah, it's definitely a possibility. And also I'd like to make it slightly higher because it comes down quite close to the ground really. First we want to start off with loosening these guys. 13mm. For this part I could do a bit of penetrating fluid just to help with getting these off, but we'll just have to persevere. Now for the one what's the actual issue. Just coated it in a bit of general purpose oil, so that'll make it a bit easier to get off, because it's currently being an absolute nightmare. To give there enough space for the axle, the exhaust to get outside the axle, we need to jack the car up a bit. Make sure you're jacking on the jacking point. As you can see now, it should just about clear the axle. Even with it jacked up, it's still touching off there, which makes it hard to get out. Yeah, start her up now. So of all my tools what I've used on it, I got my DeWalt on it, drilled a hole through it, and that didn't get it. A wise friend of mine said brute force and ignorance always works, and it flipping did in this case. Smacked it down, smacked it back up, and kept doing that, and eventually the weld just snapped off. And yeah, I cut it down the sides, but flipping it, that was a battle. Gonna get a Millennium cut file on that to remove the old weld, so I can weld it in down there and it'll be quite clean the pipe then. Right, I'll get to it. Considering you're never going to see it, that'll do there. I just removed the rough edge off it. I've cleaned this up ready for welding as well. So we got a good purchase on it. A good contact rather. So, right, I'll get ready for the welding then. Right, so we're all set and ready for finally welding. I had to bend this the other way, which was quite difficult because it's quite thick steel. I heated it up with the welder and then used the hammer to bend it over. Once you heat it up, I had to get it glowing. It was easy, but till I figured out to actually use my welder to heat it up, it was quite difficult. So we'll finally get to the welding. I need to get this done because I've run out of daylight. So let's get to it. To prevent it rusting again, I'm going to put a bit of lacquer spray on it. Just give it a little coat now. This is literally the moment of truth after like quite a few hours worth of work, and it's the next day now as well. So we'll try and fit it in, and I swear to God I hope it fits. For installing, I put a little bit of oil down so that it slides on. Right, so we're jacked up, we're connected there. We need to put the hangers on. Oh damn it, I'll install them off camera because you've already seen me take them off and put them on before in another video anyway. Fingers crossed, eh? So finally, if we just go underneath here and look at this. Look at that. That's brilliant. It's got no way touching the actual axle now. It's got a good amount of distance between the axle and the actual hanger. The exhaust is higher than it used to be. Not much, but it is a little bit. So therefore we've achieved exactly what we wanted to achieve.